Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heidi from My Reading Life, and today I'm bringing you a Friday Reads. So I'm currently in the middle of three very excellent books. And the first one I want to tell you about is Dreaming in Cuban by Christina Garcia. This is a short little novel, and I picked it up because I think it fulfills one of the Book Riot Read Harder challenges, the one about reading a South American or Central American author, because this author is Cuban, Cuban American. And the novel is written from the perspective of multiple female members of this one family. The matriarch, the mom of the family, is in Cuba, and then we start with her perspective, and we go through two of her daughters and her granddaughter, and we kind of rotate between the perspectives of all these women. The book opens, I don't know if we know the exact time period, but it's like more 1972 is when it opens, and the mom has refused to leave Cuba. She was supportive of the leader's position politically, and some members of the family were on her side, and other members of the family were against that, and some have left to go to America. And I did not know what to expect. I still don't know exactly, what to expect with this novel. I'm only about 35 pages in, but the writing is amazing. And I've marked a little passage here to read you just because I think the writing is so excellent. So here we go. Felicia Del Pino, her head a spiky anarchy of miniature pink rollers, pounds the horn of her 1952 DeSoto as she pulls up to the little house by the sea. It is 7:43 a.m., and she has made the 17-mile journey from Havana to Santa Teresa del Mar in 34 minutes. Felicia screams for her mother, throws herself into the back seat, and shoulders open the car's only working door. Then she flies past the rows of gangly bird of paradise, past the pawpaw tree with ripening fruit, and loses a sandal, taking the 3 front steps in an elegant leap. So that, just reading that passage put this picture in my mind of this woman just sort of hysterically flinging herself up the stairs, and just the great imagery of the car and everything. I just loved it. So I'm really enjoying that so far. I'm looking forward to getting further into that. The next thing that I'm currently in the middle of is a nonfiction book on my e-reader, and of course my e-reader has decided to give up the ghost and not turn on. So I'll just tell you that the nonfiction book that I'm working on right now on my e-reader is The Signal and the Noise by Nate Silver. I don't know what is going on with this thing. It's like flickering, and then it must be... Alright, here we go. The Signal and the Noise, Why So Many Predictions Fail But Some Don't, by Nate Silver. And this is sort of, Nate Silver has got a big online presence. He talks a lot about statistics and probabilities and predictions. He kind of started his website talking about sports stuff, and then during Obama's second election, he was widely touted as somebody who got it right in terms of predicting how that election would go. And this book I picked up real cheap on a Kindle daily deal type thing, and am interested in statistics and probability, and I'm finding that book quite interesting. It doesn't just talk about sports and politics. It also, I just read a chapter on the weather and how the weather is predicted and things like that. So it's quite interesting. It's not written in it's written in a very accessible way. The math and the statistics is not overwhelming for a layperson. So I would highly recommend that as well. I'm about 23% into it, and so far I think it's great. My current audiobook at the moment is Gwendy's Button Box by Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. And this is a short story or novella, I guess. And evidently there's going to be one more short story included with it in the audio package, as well as an interview between, or discussion between Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. If not, I apologize. But I am about halfway through the audio book of this, and it's excellent. I love Stephen King's short stories. I think they're some of his strongest writing. And Gwendy's Button Box is about a young girl who's met by a mysterious stranger as she's taking a morning run, and the mysterious stranger gives her a box with a button to represent each continent in the world. And the girl takes the box, Gwendy takes the box and brings it home with her, and how her life changes over the next few years due to some of the things that the box does, or maybe not, and what Gwendy's going to do with the box. What do those buttons represent, and how might they impact the world that she lives in? So creepy and interesting, and as always, Stephen King's characters are just, they're so excellent. He does teenagers particularly really well. I'm fully engaged in the story, and it's just super fun. So that's what I'm currently reading on this Friday as I head into the weekend, and I hope that you all have some fun things to read, and I'll talk to you later.